sorry about this, but I had to split it up into 2 videos because YouTube would not accept a 50-minute video, so I had to make 2. I'm sorry if it's not all in one, but yeah, this is Mythic and Legendary Brawlers. Let's get into it. Alright, now we're moving on to Mythic Brawlers, and my second favorite brawler, Mortis. Survival Shovel is really good because it actually charges your super. This one is not terrible, but this one is so much better. And then of course you're going to want Bat Storm, and Shield or Healing works well for him. And then always use Coiled Snake. Creepy Harvest is terrible. If you're a good Mortis main, you'll be healing a lot, and you won't need the extra healing from the kills. Coiled Snake just helps you a lot, especially in Bounty if you're trying to grab the blue star. And then just have his Pipe Charge. Next up we got Tara, and Support from Beyond is a really good gadget, especially against single target brawlers. This one's only good in bushy maps. Snake Prairie again, just like, you know what bushy maps are. And then, I don't know why I bought Pet Power, it sucks, don't buy it. Gadget cooldown is really annoying paired with this one, so this one's good and damage gear is good. Yeah, I would use damage and gadget cooldown. And then for star powers, I'd use Healing Shade. This one just lacks the speed and damage. It's not very aggressive as I would think. This one heals a lot, it's a really broken. And this Hyper is pretty fast to charge and is really good. Alright, for Jean, Jean is a really good ranked pick. So if you know your comp, like if it's just a Piper, a Mandy, and a Byron, use Vengeful Spirits. But it's like a Piper, Mandy, and an Edgar, have Lamp Blowout just for that extra protection. And then have the, like, let's be honest, Mythic and below, use Spirit Slap. Legend, Pro, and Masters use this to support your team, unless there's a bell. If there's a bell, then go back to Spirit Slap, because bell doesn't, you do not want to stick together with the bell. And then, actually the gears I'll switch. Vision Gear and Talk to the Hand will switch. And then his Hyper's not very good, but it's still stat boost. Alright, for Max, you're going to want to use Phase Shifter, because this one doesn't help you a lot, it just leaves you vulnerable. And then use Gadget Cooldown, because this is a good gadget, you can block damage. And use your Shield Gear, because you just want to stay alive. And Running Gun's really good. Supercharge just takes too long, it's not very useful. And then have her Hypercharge. Alright, I don't have a max level, but I do know that Service Bell is annoying. I do know that Pet Power is good for him, and probably Gadget Cooldown, yes. Don't take this from me too well because I don't have max level, but I think Handle with Care is better for him. I'm not 100% sure though, so this one you might want to look at another YouTuber, because I'm not 100% sure. Alright, for Sprout, you're going to want to use Transplant because Garden Muncher doesn't help you a lot. This one could really save your life. And then I would use Supercharge Gear for him and Shield Gear. But then for Star Powers, Overgrowth is good. This one's not bad, it's just Overgrowth is better. And then have his busted Hype Charge. Bro, this is so broken. It needs to be nerfed right now. Alright, I am not a Byron player, but I do know that Booster Shot is good for him. And I'm kind of guessing it's going to be shield and damage for him. And then I feel like Melise is better. I don't really see a point of injection. I just feel like Melise is better. But I don't know, I'm not a Byron player, so correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, for Squeak, you're going to want to use Residue for you and your teammates to land more shots. This one's good for dealing a lot of damage from far range, but it is kind of hard to hit sometimes, so this one's more this one's more consistent Then for the gears, I would use shield and damage for him. And super sticky is good because then it'll keep the opponents. So chain reaction works well with the residue. Super sticky works well with the wind up. So just keep that in mind. Wind up, super sticky. Chain reaction, residue. Just a fun fact for you. And then have the hypercharge. Alright, for Lou, I know that Syro Syrup is good because Ice Block will just leave you vulnerable. So this one's really annoying. For the gears, I would use Gadget. No way. Yeah, Gadget cooldown and Supercharge gear. For star powers, this one it's more annoying freeze wise, but this one's annoying because then you can't do damage. That's the annoying part, you can't do damage. And one of the strategies is to not freeze them but leave them really cold, so they barely do any damage, and then have his hypercharge. Alright, for Ruffs, you're going to want to use Take Cover. I swear, that looks like Buzz Lightyear. Oh, I'm getting flashbacks. Anyway, this one's better for, like, if you're playing as a Piper. One-shot brawlers like Piper, Mandy, Angelo. And then use the damage gear. Damage and super. Or damage and shield, my bad. And then air superiority is better to open up the map and do more damage. This one just doesn't help you at all. And then this hypercharge is really fast to charge. Alright, for Buzz, you're going to want to use Reserve Boy. I think is more all around. Well, this one's more map dependent, but X-Ray Shades pairs very well with Eyes Sharp. But I use Reserve Boy a lot more. And then use speed and damage for him, because think about it, if you're playing what's it called, Snake Prairie, you have visibility in bushes, large visibility in bushes, speed and damage. That is a crazy combo to do with Buzz. But I think everywhere else, Tougher Torpedo is so good because it helps you confirm the kill. And then have his Spider-Man hypercharge. Alright, for Fang, you're going to want to use Roundhouse Kick. Corn Fu can be good in Hot Zone, but even then, Roundhouse Kick is still good. And then you're going to want to use Shield and damage. And then always use Fresh Kicks. Divine Souls doesn't really do much damage reduction. And before you Fang mains, quotation mark, say that Divine Souls is better, I am a very good Fang main. He used to be one of my favorites. He's not really my favorite anymore, but I still like him. Anyway, Fresh Kick is better. Fight about it. Cry about it. But alright, this is not professional because I don't have her max level, but pretty sure Gotta Go is better. This one's terrible. The +1 and reload gear, I'm pretty sure is good for her. I know that Unnatural Order is boring, but it is better than Happy Surprise, because this thing just... both her star power is kind of mid, but I know that Unnatural Order is better. And then her hypercharge is just really annoying. Alright, don't take this one too seriously, I'm not a Janet main, but Drop the Base is good for her. I guess you kind of just need to know what the map looks like. This one's good for surviving, but I feel like Drop the Base is definitely better. And then use Shield and damage, or you could replace Shield for Vision because she has such long range. Then this one will not help you a lot of the time. This one will help you get your super more and do more damage. Then have her hypercharge, just have it. Alright, for Otis, Fat Splatter, I don't really see a purpose of, but I just know that Dormant Star is even worse, so this one's good for confirming a kill, not really much for anything else. Maybe holding lane. But I would use the Supercharge gear and the Vision. It's good on him. And then Stencil glue is good, but it's an infinite damage increase by 33%. It's so, Incre Feels is so good. And how does hyper charge? It's deep. Alright, for Buster, why is he skinless? Okay, I fixed it. Anyway, you're going to use slow-mo replay because the healing, it's only 800. Yeah, that's terrible. This one's good for getting a kill either by yourself or with the team. Use the gadget cooldown because it's a good gadget. Or you can replace the gadget cooldown with healing and then do healing and damage. And Kill Bar Vest is good for keeping you alive and to keep your super up so you don't lose it by knockback. This one's, I don't see a real point to it in my opinion, but it can be good, yeah. And then just SWAT armor. Alright, I'm not a gray main, but I do know that Walking Cane is better than this. Stupid. I do know that's better. I'd probably do gadget cooldown and shield. I don't know how to play gray, so I don't take this too deeply. I don't like the grays that use this, because like, you protect yourself from damage. Good job. You could have helped the entire team. And then have Hyper Charge. Yay. Alright, the next couple of brawlers, I don't have max level, so I don't have good experience with them, but I do know that Outer Line is good. RIP Inline. Hacks is good too, I guess. And then do healing and I think shield would be good, yeah. RT. And I know that recording is better. I've seen other people use them. Alright, I have no experience on Willow. She is tier 8, not even bronze 1. So, do not take this very deeply, but I do know that dive is better. Vision and maybe shield. And then I think obsession is better for her than have her hypercharge. But I'm not a Willow. I'm very bad at her. Rank 8, so don't take this very well. Another brawler I'm not good at. I do know that extra mustard is better because it does a lot of damage. Healing and damage gear is good for him, I know that. And fast food sucks. Self-service is decent. I'm not a Doug main. I swear this is the last one that I don't have max level. But if you know you don't mess up, just use Ghost Train. It'll help you sometimes. And then use healing and shield. I think is good. Then again, if you're a good Chuck main and you know how your posts work, tickets please will hurt them even more. Pit stop will just, unless you're not an as experienced Chuck main. Okay, for Charlie, definitely use spiders because personal space will just leave you in a space where you're just vulnerable once you come out. Spiders is just a good ammo waster. Then use the gadget cooldown because it's a good gadget. And then shield or damage, good for her. And then digestive is good. I don't see a lot of people use slimy. I don't see a use for it. I hardly see it at all actually. But I know that digestive is good. And then whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Go, drop moment. Alright. Clipping Scream is definitely good. This one's good for catching enemies off guard because it doesn't leave a gadget ring on top of your head. But I just think this is good for confirming a kill or getting close to an enemy. Use shield or healing for him, and this one to get your gadget back, obviously. Monkey Business is really good, but Mico is super annoying in Heist if you're playing this, but everywhere else just use Monkey Business. And then Sound Check, a tip for him is to hypercharge, use all your attacks, and then last like 2 seconds, then super. Just a tip. Alright, now for Melodie, Interlude is good. Perfect Pitch isn't terrible, just Interlude just gives her such a big shield. And then gadget cooldown and shield for her. I don't think damage would help her too much. She's good on that. And then fast beats is good because it makes her harder to hit and easier for you to get up the map. And then this one I don't see much of a point to. If you're landing your shots, you don't need it. And then this annoying hypercharge. Okay, another brawler I'm terrible at. She is bronze 1, 200 trophies, so don't take this too far. But I know that Vanish is better and Repot sucks. And I think healing and damage are good for her. Spiky's good for her. And hypercharge. Alright, for Clancy, you're gonna want to use. It just kind of depends on the comp. Well, actually, if it's gem grab, use tactical retreat. For gem grab and heist, use tactical retreat. Everywhere else, use snappy shooting. And use damage and like he doesn't have enough damage. And speed gear, those are both good on him. And then don't let any idiot tell you this, but pumping up Recon is the better star power. Don't let anyone tell you different. I've had arguments about this, and the way every argument goes is they'd ask the person that's never played Brawl Stars before, would you rather have 3 tokens or all your ammo back on each kill? And obviously, yes, that sounds broken, but Recon is better. I might make a bigger video about this, so yeah. And then have his buzzed hypercharge. Alright, for the rat, you are going to want to use dodgy digging to have your super more often, because his super is good at confirming a kill and just being fast. This one won't help you too much, I just don't see a real point to it. And then just have shield and damage, that's good for him. And then skipping stones is better. I wish I knew this, because I bought Mo when he came out, and I got this one because Crying Man said that this one was better. I'm never trusting Crying Man again, but I maybe could have gotten a rank 35, because I got my Mo to rank 31. I don't know, I think I just got a rank 30, never mind. Oh, and yeah, just max out the rat. Alright, for Juju, you're going to want to use Elementalist. Just for the shield, actually all of them are good. You can have a shield, which is good for thrower. You have insane speed, or you can turn invisible, which is annoying. This one doesn't help you too much. Shield and damage, again. Numbing needles is really annoying. It slows them down for a long time. It's a decaying shield. It's pretty bad. Alright, for Skateboard Boy, you're going to want to use Regulate. This one just, it's like Maisie, you can super and then gadget. It's really good. This one's not too good. Healing, because he's a tank, and then gadget cooldown. You don't really need damage, he's more to support the team, he's not trying to get all the kills. And then Renegade's good, keep him alive. This is really specific. It's weird. It's cool, but it's specific. This one just helps you stay alive since you're a tank. Alright, for Lumi, you want to use Grim and Frostbitten, just because it's annoying, and it will keep them... It's really hard for them to move. This one, you're basically sacrificing... This one, you're sacrificing control for a little bit extra damage. And then just shield and damage. I think halftime is better. I think I just made the mistake of buying 42% burnt. But it's not bad, it's just I think halftime is better. Alright, at the time of recording this video, this is the newest brawler, Jae-Yong. Weekend Warrior is definitely better for him. And shield. And healing, I think. You don't really need damage as a port. So yeah, shield and healing is good for him. And then the crowd goes mild is really good. Extra high note is pretty specific. I just think the crowd goes mild is better. You know, it's pretty mild. Yeah, I want to stop now. Okay, for some reason, Finx came out before Lumi and Jae-Yong, but in the collection screen, he comes after both of them. That's kind of weird to me. But anyway, No Escape is good for countering assassins. This one's good, kind of all the time, but I like this one more. It's just more my style. Shield and damage again, maybe healing if you want. And then Hieroglyphic Halt. I think this one's better. Sometimes you don't really need your super in a specific place, because then brawlers will just leave the area of sight. So just this one's better most of the time. Alright, moving to legendary brawlers. I have Spike Gold 3, just wanted you to know that. Life Plan's really good for surviving. This one's good for dealing, well, this one can deal with assassins too. Spike's a good damage deal. But I don't really see a point of this. I think Life Plan's is better keeping you alive. And then you can use shield or damage. I like to use damage. And then the slowing one, that one's cool and annoying. And then for life, I think it's better. Because when you're in legend lobbies, people actually know how to dodge curveball. And so just use fertilize to keep you alive. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying sometimes fertilize can be better. And then use this hypercharge. Alright, we got Crow, and I also have him Gold 3. And I think Slowing Toxin is better. I don't know why I haven't bought it. But Enduring Toxin is good. And so is Shield. Because he's weak. And then I think Extra Tox is better. I have like both the bad. I wish I had watched this video before I bought my star powers. But yeah, both. I have the opposite of what I should have. I'm not saying defense booster sucks. I'm just saying this one's better. Also, this one's also better. And I have this hypercharge. I haven't seen Corona a lot. Alright, it's Leon, and I also have Gold 3. I have a lot of legendary brawlers Gold 3. I think Lollipop Drop is better for him. This one is kind of good for. No, I just think Lollipop's better in almost every way. I would use speed or damage. If you're using shield, don't run clone, because then it's obvious. And then lingering smokes, so like speed, smoke, or speed and damage. I mean smoke and damage. And then well, Invisi-Heals are really good. It's so good at keeping him alive. Compared to Hypercharge, it's so good. It's 1,300 healing for 6 seconds, I think. And you're fast, you do insane damage. It's really good. Alright, now there's Sandy. I don't have him Gold 3, but I have him Gold 2. And I'll use Sweet Dreams. This one just leaves you vulnerable for no reason. This one's just good at keeping people away from you. Exhausting Storm's good for keeping damage off since he's a controller. And then use Gadget Cooldown because this is a good gadget. Rude Sands is better because it stops them from healing, tells you where they are, the opponents I mean, and it applies more pressure. This one doesn't really help you apply pressure. And the Hypercharge is one of the best. Okay, Amber's the only legendary brawler I don't have max level and max rank, but I do know that Dancing Flame's better. I'm guessing Sticky Oil and Reload is better for her. I think Scorching Siphon is better for her. I don't know. I don't play her. And have her Hypercharge is really big. Alright, for Meg, use Jolting Volts just to keep her alive because she's a tank. And then have the gadget cooldown to speed it up, healing. And then Heavy Metal you're gonna want to use most of the time. Unless there's no assassins or tanks. If there's no assassins and tanks, then use Force Field since they won't be getting close to you. And then this Hypercharge is not good, but it's fast to charge. Alright, for Surge, Power Shield is definitely better for him. Because you're just bad if you use this. Like, you're below 15k trophies if you use this. Power Shield's better. And I'll use Gadget Cooldown because this is a really broken gadget. And then shield or damage works for him. And then served ice cold is good everywhere, unless you're playing showdown. If you're playing showdown, then use 2 to the max, because served ice cold is useless in showdown. And have cyber charge. And then I don't have a gold 3, but I have a gold 1. That's alright. Basically, I'm gold 2. Alright, Cheester. I think that candy beans is better for him. Because even pop rocks will get you value sometimes. So it's just better to get that random stat boost. Although I always get healing when I'm at max health, so I don't know what this says about my luck. But I will use damage and shield gear for him. Just good on Chester. And then obviously I use sneak peek. I mean, sneak peek is just too broken. I'm kidding. See, Melodie is broken. Not broken. And then his broken hat charge, which still needs to be nerfed. Alright, for Cordelius, you're going to want to use Poison Mushroom. It's so easy to get a kill. Because they can't attack or super. They can't knock you back. They can't do damage to you for 1 second, but you can usually dish out 2 attacks in a second. So yeah. And then Ollie Planting's not bad. And then speed and shield are interchangeable, but damage is almost always what you want. And then have his harp charge is really good. Oh crap. Oh wait, but there's more. I have him gold 3. Alright, for the cat, depending on the comp, if you're playing Kid Daryl, which I know that's mostly what he plays, use Cheeseburger. But everywhere else is use Cardboard Box. And then damage and shield are good for him. They're both good when jumping on the enemy. And then, unless you play Showdown Power Hungry, everywhere else is obvious. And I have him gold 3. Alright, time for the ultimate brawler, the best brawler of all time, my glorious King Draco. There's no brawler better than Draco. Draco is king. Look at that, gold 3. Draco is king. I want this skin. Move. Okay, anyway. To the build. Last stand is so broken. Honestly, I think it should last for 4 seconds. And he heals back to full health. And this one's not very good. And then damage and healing. No, I don't think damage and speed are interchangeable. But this one's really good for his last stand gadget. And then use shredding. Expose is not very good. Unless you like playing heist. Why are you playing Draco in heist? Just shredding heals so much. And I'm going to give you a fun fact about Draco. Draco, I had like top 79 in the US one time. Or no, I think that was the world actually. I think he had like top 89 in the world. I think I have a screenshot. Okay, time for a not as good brawler, but I still almost have a gold 3. He's just never going to be as good as Draco. Homosaki healing is good. No explanation needed. I would use damage and probably reduce cooldown. I don't know why I bought speed gear for him. But Nigiri Nemesis is good. This is not bad. It's just Nigiri Nemesis. It's damage taken away. And then this hyper I really hate is broken. Alright, I know K's isn't out yet, but I've seen people rank her, and just the star powers I'm showing on screen right now should be the ones that are good for her. I don't know because I have no experience with her, but just, yeah. Alright guys, this video took a long time to make. I started May 3rd, I'm pretty sure. And the time I'm posting this might be May 14th, I'm not 100% sure. Should be May 14th. I hope this video gets me more views than my shorts usually get me, because I'm trying to stray away from shorts now, just because I'm trying to make more long form content to help you guys out trying to play Brawl Stars, and this helps you out a lot because now you know what to pick and what not to pick. I'm not 100% accurate because I have every brawler maxed out, and I'm not a pro, but I'm good. So yeah, if you stuck around this long, I thank you so much. You're my loyal subscribers, and I will. Something I wanted to say. Oh right. Oh, summer's gonna start soon, and so that means I'm gonna be playing more Brawl Stars, hitting more achievements, and making a lot more long-term videos. Because shorts are just easy. They get easy views, but I want to kind of work for my views. That's what I'm doing now. So, anyway, laters.